I say, according to me, there is more potential here in Africa than most of the part of the world.
This year's African Cashew Alliance annual conference took place in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. We chose Abidjan to highlight the incredible production base that is in Côte d'Ivoire. Africa is the biggest source of production, in other words, raw cashew in the world, and 90% of them are being exported for processing.
I was exporting to India, but now I know exporting only raw cashew is not the solution, because the market is not a market. Buying price from farmers is a shame for us.
Anytime you can generate, in my opinion, further processing closer to the source of the raw material, everybody's going to benefit. Farmers would get more money out of the production if they know where their cashews are going to. They can negotiate a year-on-year rate rather than depending completely on market uncertainties. Cashew processing can be done rurally. Employment is predominantly women, and production is in the savanna zone where there is less employment.
I think it's very important for many issues. I will explain. You see, World Bank is giving money for AIDS. If I have power, I will tell World Bank, the way of fighting against this malady is by creating processing factory in the area. The ladies in the village are going easily with boys because they don't have anything, nothing. So even for one piece of bread, they will go. You give them work and salary. Any man will come with small, you say, no, I don't, I have more than this. Why should I go with you?
The African Cashew Alliance is primarily focused in 4 objectives. And the most important, in my opinion, is to increase international demand for African cashew. The buyers that we're targeting to come in are wholesalers and retailers in the US and Europe, who then can make a strategic decision if they want to tell the story of the product, saying we're doing something for you as a consumer. You get to eat good product and eat enjoyable cashews, and furthermore, we're sourcing it from an area that really needs the work and has done the hard work of processing your food.
West African Trade Hub, which is a USAID-funded project in Ghana. We are working very closely in the cashew sector through the African Cashew Alliance, and I'm having the privilege on this trip to travel with a processor and a buyer of cashew exclusively from West Africa.
We've just come past Akupe in Ivory Coast, and we're driving from Abidjan to a factory in Mim in the Brongahafo region of Ghana.
We like to make sure that things are going well between the companies that we're working with here in West Africa and buyers that we're connecting them with. It's a good opportunity for us to keep track of also how the companies that we're working with are doing, any new developments.
This is Mim town that we're driving up to here. It's about 30,000 people. Our factory is about 5 kilometers from Mim town. We started processing in 2008. We employ 380 people approximately at the moment. Good morning, Paula. Hello,
morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, welcome.
All right, good to see you again.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Thanks for your lesson. This is Javier. He's buying all our cashews, so he's an important one. This is Frank. He's a pre-treatment and warehouse supervisor. Pre-treatment is where we sort the size of the nuts and also do the steaming.
We steam the raw nut so as to make the removal of the kernel from the shell easier. The fire will boil the water with the vapor that will be opened, transmitted to the steam pot. When we started production, half of the year, we were about 4 tons. Now we are over 16 tons. We are trying to increase our capacity about half a ton per month.
We try to create measurable targets and measurable results. Our job is to encourage and help people to achieve those targets. This is the shelling department of MIM Cashew, and basically what we do here is break open the nuts and pull the kernel out of the nut. It's quite a labor-intensive process, and the cashew nut is very hard to split correctly.
How much can be the productivity per day of one trained worker or a pair?
The best people we have do about 50 kilos per person.
We eat to live, and if we don't get people taking good care of the food we eat, in the end we'll all be rushing to the doctors. When we have newcomers, we have training programs for them on personal hygiene, hand washing requirements, protective clothing requirements, some do's and don'ts in the factory. There's been a massive change. That one I will not lie to you, there's been a massive change in here. It's some kind of achievement, if I should say it. So I'm very proud.
My job is to monitor the process from storage to the last packing. I have interest in it, so I enjoy it. As a young guy, I hope to achieve better. Then maybe one day my name will be mentioned that maybe the first factory manager here did something well. So I always want to achieve that.
We need to go right.
My name is Maurice Edor, the Managing Director of Cashew Espoir. We are going to Chamba, where we have the cashew processing factory. We started in 2005. That's the only one we have in Togo. We are proud of what we are doing, the development by Africans. Here we are.
Bumpy road.
Okay, we have Richard.
For me, the main interest when I'm visiting a factory is not only to work, it's also to learn. I believe that the way of doing economy in the next year is thinking in the long term. And the only way of construct a healthy economy in a long term is giving confidence to the market, giving confidence to the processor, and giving confidence to the consumer. This means that, first of all, we are acting as buyers. We are buying the quantity and the quality that we agree before. And after this, it means that you have to be more than a buyer, a partner. And with this, you can try to understand the sector, to decide how we have to invest.
Can I try?
Yeah, go ahead.
And to be sure that the whole value chain is winning in this process.
Avant là, il quittait leur mari pour aller au Nigeria. Mais maintenant, là, comme il y a le travail, ils n'arrivent pas à se déplacer, laisser leur mari. Avant, ils se déplaçaient en laissant leur mari. Ils abandonnaient leur mari ici et puis ils partent. Au retour, ils se retrouvent. Mais maintenant, là, ils se déplacent plus. Ils sont ensemble, il n'y a plus de problème.
Before, women would have to leave their husbands to go find work, and now the families stay together because they can work here in the village.
Okay, now.
Okay. Just to know if you like the work you are doing here.
Certainement, comme l'antingina, guess the making back to me cause of the game on ya na bro of the game.
If you could show this to the rest of the world, that it's possible the growing in Africa, maybe the other companies of the private sector comes here. They only want to know if it's possible or not. So if they are not sure, maybe they are not doing. So for me, if other companies came to do this in the future, it means that I'm doing a good work because these people are interested in doing the same. So for me, it's a success if in the future more companies of the private sector are focused on Africa, are focused in the economic growth of the continent. Luciano se me sabe mal, eu plena lá. Luciano se me